Bombs shatter a peaceful Easter Sunday in Sri Lanka, killing hundreds and wounding many more.
The president returns to D.C. tomorrow while Democrats plan their next steps as fallout from the Mueller report continues.
Plus, a Kansas zoo decides what to do with a tiger that mauled a zookeeper in front of visitors. This is KOMU 8 News at 10.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
Bombs ripped through Sri Lanka churches and hotels this Easter Sunday, killing hundreds and turning a day of joy into a day of mourning tonight. The country asking how something so horrible could have happened. Good evening, everyone. I'm Emily Spain.
Damaris Graves, thanks for joining us. It's the worst violence since the country's civil war ended 10 years ago. NBC's Sarah Hartman has more on what Sri Lanka authorities knew before the attacks.
The blast shook churches during the holiest day on the Christian calendar. The explosion started just before 9 a.m. Packed Easter services shattered. When it was over, chaos and carnage. Dashcam footage captured the moment one blast ripped through St. Anthony's Shrine in the capital, Colombo. This is what the inside looks like now. The near-simultaneous blast targeting 3 churches across the country, and in the capital, 3 luxury hotels popular with tourists. Later, 2 more explosions reported in the city. Witnesses described the horror.
I could see a lot of people with glass pierced into their body, people with blood all over them. I saw a lot of chefs from Shangri-La with white apron on, which had been almost painted red, if I could say so, with all the blood of the guests or themselves, I don't know. But yeah, it was very tragic.
Among the dead, 2 U.S. citizens. President Trump tweeting condolences to Sri Lanka, writing, "We stand ready to help." The State Department condemning the terror attacks. Tonight, Sri Lankan police say they've arrested 7 suspects. The Prime Minister acknowledging there was intelligence on possible attacks and now pledging a full investigation. The government has placed the entire country under curfew overnight and blocked access to social media. As Sri Lankans who'd planned to celebrate Easter with their families now plan funerals. Sarah Hartman, NBC News.
The Sri Lankan Prime Minister condemned the attacks. He called for patience during the investigation, but he also promised action against those responsible.
We will take stern action against all those who are responsible for these attacks regardless of their stature. We will vest all necessary powers with the defense forces. Let's remain patient during this national crisis.
British Prime Minister Theresa May also tweeted her condolences, saying, quote, "The acts of violence against churches and hotels in Sri Lanka are truly appalling, and my deepest sympathies go out to all of those affected at this tragic time. We must stand together to make sure that no one should ever have to practice their faith in fear." 2 of the identified bodies held British passports.
Despite the tragedy, worshippers all over the globe came together to celebrate Easter Sunday. The Pope held Easter Mass in St. Peter's Square this morning. During his traditional speech about conflicts and other difficulties around the world, he denounced the bombings in Sri Lanka as, quote, "cruel violence."
I would like to express my heartfelt closeness to the Christian community attacked while gathered in prayer, and to all the victims of such a cruel act of violence.
Easter celebrations continued in France, where the Archbishop of Paris honored firefighters who battled the blaze at Notre Dame. He also thanked the fire service chaplain who is credited with saving many of the 850-year-old church relics. Worshippers prayed for a quick rebuilding process.
And here in the U.S., worshipers in some Easter services saw quite a bit more security in the wake of the Sri Lanka attacks. New York's governor ordered police to increase patrols at churches. You can see heavily armed police officers flanking the doors to St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City.
All right. Remember last Easter when it snowed in central Missouri? We got 3/10 of an inch last year. Granted, Easter was in the beginning of April. We were much closer to this today, the hottest Easter on record. That was 87 degrees, set back in both 1941 and 1987. We hit a high of 84 today, so just a little shy of that. 75 right now in Columbia, 76 in Jefferson City, 70 in Sedalia. Winds are out of the south at 14 miles per hour. Combine this southerly wind with clouds cloud cover across the area, and temperatures are going to be very warm overnight. We're watching this area of thunderstorms developing in central Kansas ahead of a cold front. Some of those thunderstorms will move into the area tomorrow morning near 60 degrees, warming into the 70s by the afternoon. I'm tracking rain chances in that cold front coming up in just a little bit.
Thanks, Matt. Police in Illinois are continuing the search for a missing 5-year-old boy. Police say Andrew Freund was last seen Wednesday at his home outside Chicago, but police canines only picked up Andrew's scent inside the home, indicating he was not abducted. Tonight, Crystal Lake community members held a prayer vigil. Police in California are looking for a woman after officers say she threw a bag of puppies into a dumpster. It happened Thursday afternoon. You can see the woman drive up behind an auto parts store in Coachella and toss a bag of 7 newborn puppies into the bin. The dogs are okay, and now in the care of a rescue group. Police plan to charge the woman with animal cruelty. A Kansas zookeeper is in stable condition after a rare Samaritan tiger attacked her yesterday. It happened in front of visitors at a zoo in Topeka. Officials say the zookeeper suffered cuts and punctures to the back of her head, neck, and back. They say they're not considering putting the tiger down.
Authorities in Kansas City say officers responded to a brawl involving up to 300 teenagers at the Worlds of Fun amusement park Saturday night. The Kansas City Police Department says several law enforcement agencies were called to the park when an off-duty sheriff's deputy reported several large fights. Officers broke up the fight and issued several citations. Back here in mid-Missouri, a single car crash closed down the right lane of Highway 63 North in Columbia for about 45 minutes today. It happened just past the Broadway exit. An officer told KOMU 8 News the driver hit the guardrail, bounced off, and left behind a tangled mess of metal in the median. The car then spun and came to a stop right after the exit. The driver was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Officers in Moberly arrested a man today for allegedly stabbing someone. Officers arrested Bobby Johnson after they found the victim involved in a car crash while trying to drive himself to the hospital. The male victim told officers Johnson stabbed him during an argument. The victim was airlifted to University Hospital and is in critical but stable condition.
Police in St. Louis say a man beat his neighbor to death with a lamp during a fight over money. St. Louis County prosecutors charged 42-year-old Keith Hill with second-degree murder in the death of his 63-year-old neighbor. Documents indicate Hill was probably angry his neighbor didn't give him money.
A few showers and thunderstorms are possible by tomorrow morning. It's going to be a very warm Monday and start to your work week. Much more seasonal conditions are in store after that. I'm tracking the full week ahead coming up in just a little bit.
Plus, the president comes back from Washington to fall out from the release of the Mueller report while Democrats talk possible impeachment hearings. Stick with us.
Sometimes the best memories require getting a little messy. And frankly, that's where the fun begins. At Slumberland, we've got the styles for all your memories with our low price guarantee. Plus, right now, during our spring savings sale, get up to 65% off throughout the store on your favorite things. Get a little messy and always go for the memories. Slumberland. It's a good life.
The sun is shining, birds are chirping, and our Silverado and Sierra season just went from good to great. The all-new 2019 redesigned Chevy Silverado is hot, and you can get up to 25% below MSRP. The all-new GMC Sierra Denali truck with over $14,800 in total value savings at Bob McCosh. Find new roads to #1 business loop, Columbia. Chevrolet makes the truck, Bob McCosh makes the difference.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most, and the occasional trophy.
If you've been injured and need legal representation, contact the team at Carson & Coyle.
Many firms can get you some type of settlement.
At Carson & Coyle, we're prepared to try every case, and the insurance companies know it.
Our personal injury and workers' compensation attorneys have the experience you need and work hard at getting you the compensation you deserve.
For over 50 years, we have built our reputation here in mid-Missouri, with offices in Jefferson City and Columbia to better serve you.
At Carson & Coyle, we are dedicated to protecting your legal rights.
This is what gets you up every morning. Playing a game you love. A game you always loved. Will always love. And if this is how you spend your days, this is how you spend your nights. The Athlete's Choice Collection with BeFit technology. Exclusively at Denver Mattress.
Never be surprised by the weather. Download the free KOMU8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by Central Bank of Boone County.
Welcome back. The president celebrated his Easter Sunday with friends and family in Florida, while his allies in Washington defended him in the wake of the Mueller report release.
His lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, made waves suggesting there's nothing wrong with taking information from the Russians. NBC's Kelly O'Donnell has the story.
In the sunshine of Palm Beach, President Trump headed to church.
Happy Easter, everybody. Have a good day. A lot of great things happening for our country.
But his Easter message stopped short of answering questions about the outcome of the Russia investigation. Back in Washington, leaving an Easter service, Robert Mueller, who has spoken through the 400-plus page report,
Happy Easter,
declined to engage.
Can I ask you a couple of questions? Will you testify before Congress, sir?
No comment.
But for the president's defenders, there's plenty to say.
I believe he's truthful.
Disputing the Mueller report's description of President Trump's intentions.
If the president wanted to fire Bob Mueller, he would have. In other words, he has the authority to do that.
Pressed to explain why members of the Trump campaign had shown a willingness to receive Russian help, Rudy Giuliani said this.
So it is now okay for political campaigns to work with material stolen by foreign adversaries?
Well, it depends on the stolen material.
And this.
There's nothing wrong with taking information from Russians.
But the former U.S. attorney distanced himself.
I probably wouldn't. I wasn't asked. I would have advised, just out of excess of caution, don't do it.
And for Democrats, a divide over pursuing impeachment.
We may get to that. We may not. As I've said before, it is our job to go through all the evidence.
Do we nonetheless go through an impeachment because to do otherwise would signal that somehow this president's conduct is okay?
House Democrats have a busy Monday as they meet to plan their next steps, and that includes possibly bringing up impeachment hearings. Matt.
Here's a look at your flight forecast for tomorrow. If you're planning to travel anywhere across the Midwest, conditions are looking good. A few problems over towards the northeast, though. Here in mid-Missouri, we'll climb into the upper 70s. We'll take a look at your forecast hour by hour coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, Matt, thank you very much. Baseball back at Missouri Military Academy. Coming up on Sports Extra, look at how the sport is molding young men into leaders.
There's a rhythm, there's a flow, there's a stop, there's a go. If you never paid attention, then maybe you didn't know. Everything is moving to a relative time. You can always count it out. There's a reason and a rhyme. You were made to feel alive, like the music so sweet. So get up, come see, just feel the beat. Yeah, just a little louder now. Yeah, come on, feel the beat. Hey!
People actually believe that I attacked the White House.
I need people I can trust if you want me to bring her down.
They better catch her. Supergirl is innocent.
Where's Supergirl?
The government wants to stop me from helping people. Let them try.
Supergirl, all new tonight at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Get continuous coverage 24/7 on Twitter and Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at KOMU News and on Facebook.com/KOMU8.
When you think about what matters most, you don't think about things. You think about people. And so do we.
At First State Community Bank, we're not interested in being the biggest bank around. We're interested in bringing together the best people, because we know the difference it makes for you to feel good about working with someone and to know they have your back. Success means something different to everyone. Let us help you achieve yours. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Don't look good.
Yeah, it looks like it's both. Just what I don't need.
This is what you do need.
Complete the application within minutes, and if approved, you may get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
Premier Property Services wants you, the customer, to know why they are different from the other guys. Premier Property tears everything off the roof down to the decking to inspect for damaged plywood. Premier replaces all black felt, drip edge, and ventilation. Premier never does layovers on roofs. So don't hire a contractor who's going to cut these corners for the same price. Because Premier Property is an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, they can offer a lifetime workmanship warranty. The premier choice in home improvement.
Hey everybody, it's me, comedian Kathleen Madigan. Come see me and Louis Black at the Missouri Theater on May 6th for the Arts for Autism comedy fundraiser presented by MU Healthcare. It's the premier autism center in the Midwest. Get your tickets through Ticketmaster.com.
Get customized breaking news, severe weather alerts, and school closings sent to your phone with KOMU 8 text alerts. Sign up at KOMU.com. The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you.
Welcome back. We asked you for your photos on Facebook today to see how you spent this gorgeous Easter Sunday, and you didn't disappoint. Here's a few that came into our Facebook page. Andrew sent us this one of a happy little camper enjoying a lovely picnic in a park. Don't you just want to pinch those cheeks? So cute. And we got this photo here from Tabitha showing a whole lot of sunshine. Not everyone's so keen maybe on the photo going on that attention. Thank you, Tabitha. We also got a photo here from Kayla Cole. She posted this and said they spent the day hanging out and catching bubbles. Perfect day for that. And it can't be Easter without an Easter egg hunt, right? It looks like this little one is searching, found the egg there. Always a good time. Perfect for Easter. And Cassandra Wilson sent us this photo with a caption, picking out flowers with Grandma. And we want to thank you all for posting all of these great photos. If you haven't, head over to our Facebook page and share how you spent the day. Eric.
People also picked up Easter eggs today, plus some litter. The City of Columbia hosted a litter pickup this afternoon at Flat Branch Park in Columbia. It's one of about 120 pickups held each year. The city chooses which pickups happen when. It chooses this site since recent heavy storms and winds have swept trash into the area. Also, many people walk or ride bikes along the trail, especially with it being a holiday weekend.
This is just a well-traveled area, and it's also close to downtown. It's a little downhill from downtown, so, you know, when it rains, anything that's in the streets blocks away are going to wash down to this location.
The pickup lasted for 2 hours. The city has its next litter pickup scheduled for May 11th.
Some Columbia businesses are crediting the Unbound Book Festival for a successful Easter weekend. The festival brings in authors to talk about their work. Bookstores like the Schuyler Bookshop say that the event was their busiest weekend since their opening, and hotels say they were also busier than usual, even with the holiday weekend. Restaurants agreed they've served more customers too.
All right, let's get a check of our forecast. It was a beautiful day to be outside across mid-Missouri. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures warming into the lower to middle 80s, but then cloud cover started to move in this evening, and that cloud cover continues across the region along with southerly winds, and that's going to keep temperatures very pleasant as we go through the evening hours. 75 is the current temperature in Columbia. Those winds are out of the south at 14 miles per hour. That's that warm weather direction, and we combine that with the cloud cover. We're going to stay warm overnight. Lows only falling to about 60 degrees. That southerly wind continues through a good chunk of our day tomorrow. Again, a little breezy at times. Winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting up to 25 miles per hour. But notice in the morning hours, you can see those winds starting to change directions across northwest Missouri. That's actually a cold front that's going to push through as we go into the afternoon and really into the evening hours. By Tuesday morning, our winds are out of the north. That is a cool weather direction, and that's going to allow much cooler air to filter in. But overall, we're still staying very seasonal for this time of the year. Here's your temperature trend for the week ahead. 67, the average for this time of the year. We're well above that for tomorrow. Highs in the upper 70s, cooling to the middle 60s by Tuesday, and then we'll begin a slow warming trend after that into the middle 70s by Friday. Rain chances are looking fairly slim. I don't think we're going to have a lot of moisture to work with in terms of this system. Satellite and radar shows cloud cover across mid-Missouri. Thunderstorms developing across central Kansas. These are going to weaken as they push to the east, and these are out well ahead of that cold front. They're going to lose a lot of their energy, but we could see a few thunderstorms form up tomorrow morning, and then that cold front moves through late in the day. Let's track it for you hour by hour on Precipcast. Temperatures in the 60s with that cloud cover and southerly wind, falling to about 60 degrees tomorrow morning. A few showers and thunderstorms possible, mainly for our northern counties, but I wouldn't be surprised if these extend south of I-70. Temperatures right around 60 degrees. Nothing strong or severe with this, just a few rumbles of thunder to start your day. Meteorologist Tim Schmidt will be tracking them tomorrow morning. Those move out of here, and then we warm up into the upper 70s, some of us near 80 degrees. We're going to see quite a bit of cloud cover through the day, but some peaks of sunshine are certainly going to be possible. That cold front up to the northwest approaches as we go into the evening hours. A few showers possible along and ahead of this front. And as this front moves through, temperatures will start to fall off back into the 50s for Tuesday morning. This front actually stalls out across southeast Missouri, and that's going to be the focal point for moisture through the rest of the week. Here's Tuesday evening, a 40% chance of showers, higher chances south of I-70. And then this system continues to push off further and further to the south, and that's where the moisture is going to stay. So Wednesday and Thursday, we should have decreasing chances of rain and decreasing cloud cover as that system finally starts to exit. Staying warm tonight, 60 degrees. Those winds staying gusty as well, with that cloud cover continuing to increase. A few rumbles of thunder possible in the morning tomorrow, and then again in the evening, 78 degrees. And depending on the amount of sunshine we get, we may see some temperatures climb into those lower 80s. I certainly wouldn't be surprised by that. Cooler for Tuesday, still a 30% chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Again, not a washout of a day. Then as we head into the rest of the week, temperatures are going to continue to warm back up. By Thursday, April 25th, it is the perfect date. Temperatures in the middle 70s, not too hot, not too cold. Low temperatures should be in the lower 50s.
Matt, thanks so much. It's the rainy season in South America, and sometimes the rain can have disastrous consequences. More coming up after the break.
But first, here are your lottery numbers. Good luck.
Coming up Monday on KOMU 8 News Today.
We brought you coverage of the Unbound Book Festival this weekend. On Monday, we'll look at how it turns into Kindness Week.
And in Rolla, university setting plays host to ideas about people getting around more efficiently.
Any traffic slowing down your commute, we'll let you know about it from the Right Now desk.
And I'll have your forecast for a new week.
Great days begin with great mornings. KOMU 8 News Today. Coverage you can count on.
2 mid-Missouri locations. On the lot or anytime online. Joe Machens Ford. Browse our inventory. Get pre-approved. Receive an appraisal for your trade-in. Right now, get a 2019 Fusion or Escape loaded. Your choice, only $18,882. Or get $12,000 in total savings on the Ford F-150, America's best-selling truck. All the savings, all the selection, all in one place. All roads lead to Joe Machens Ford.
You're a person, not a credit score. But sometimes your score gets in the way of the things you want to do. That's why personal consumer loans through NetCredit are designed to fit real people. Borrow the amount you need, up to $10,000, and choose the repayment terms that work for you. With NetCredit, you may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan. Visit netcredit.com today.
We switched.
I switched to Chevy.
I switched to Chevy.
We switched to Chevy.
I switched from a Ram to a Chevy.
See why people are switching to Chevy.
We love our Chevy. Why do we switch? Just look at it.
Switch into a new Chevy today. Current competitive owners get 20% below MSRP on most Equinox models when financing with GM Financial. That's over $8,000 on this Equinox.
Are you a licensed hairstylist looking to build a rewarding career? Or know someone who is? Do you love hair? Supercuts and Cost Cutters are hiring. Come be a part of a salon culture that will help you grow and support you in achieving your career goals. Supercuts and Cost Cutters offer Sundays off to be with your family. 9 stores in busy locations, insurance, paid vacations, holiday pay, and we even give you a paid day off for your birthday. And right now we're offering a $500 sign-on bonus. That's pretty sweet. Visit supercuts.com or costcutters.com and apply online.
With Spectrum Mobile, what you see is what you get. That means no added taxes or fees. Get an unlimited data plan for just $45 a month per line. That includes unlimited talk and text, too. You can save up to 40% on your mobile bill, all with no contracts on America's largest, most reliable LTE network. Spectrum Mobile, the best network, the best devices, the best value. To learn more, go to spectrummobile.com.
Welcome back. In your world news tonight, 14 people are dead in Colombia after torrential rains unleashed a deadly landslide. It happened in the early hours of the morning, roughly 400 miles southwest of the capital, Bogota. Rescue workers used shovels and heavy equipment to dig through the dirt for victims. A disaster agency said the landslide damaged at least 8 houses, and blocked a portion of the Pan American Highway.
Flooding in Iran has killed at least 76 people and caused $2 billion in damage. The economically isolated country has seen unprecedented rain for 2 straight weeks. It's affected 4,500 villages and destroyed 900 bridges and 9,000 miles of road. Roughly 2 million people have been affected. Voters in Ukraine have replaced their president with a comedian. Volodymyr Zelensky celebrated his win with his wife and supporters. He has no political experience and few detailed policies. He plays a fictional president in a popular TV series in Ukraine. The national exit polls showed that he won 73% of the vote. Well, an egg hunt is an essential part of every Easter Sunday.
Well, what about those on the ocean floor? That's coming up after the break.
Plus, a Kansas City man isn't letting his disability prevent him from competing. Coming up on Sports Extra, find out how the man's love for sports doesn't just come from watching.
There's no better feeling than throwing a no-hitter.
But if you use drugs,
you'll end up in a slump.
Strike out drugs.
Save Mo Lives, brought to you by Gaines Moving and Delivery.
Great food and great friends in a family-friendly place. With down-home service, Buckshot Saloon in Kingdom City. You must try their slow smoke barbecue, famous pork tachos, or the best catfish this side of the skillet, plus yummy drink specials. Double-barreled fun and delicious home-style cooking in a rustic setting. Buckshot Saloon, off I-70 and Old US 40. Just look for the billboard.
It's time to turn heads in a Toyota. Turn up your tunes in the Corolla hatchback with Apple CarPlay compatibility. Turn up your tech in Corolla with pre-collision system standard. Turn up your fun in the Camry with Alexa connectivity. This spring, turn up the heat in a Toyota. Right now, lease a new 2019 Corolla for $209 a month or get $2,000 customer cash on Corolla. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. The perfect paint for when the nursery becomes the bedroom. That becomes his room. That becomes your favorite room in the house. Paint because you want to, not because you have to. For results that stand up to whatever life brings. Trust Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. Exclusively at Menards.
It takes a Titan to take the road less traveled. It takes a Titan to make towing look easy. It takes a Titan from Joe Mockins Nissan. While they last, get an in-stock 2018 Nissan Titan with up to $13,500 in total savings. Designed, engineered, and powered in America. All backed by America's best truck warranty. Or choose a Nissan Rogue loaded with safety features and save up to $4,000. All roads lead to Joe Mockins Nissan. Anytime at JoeMockinsNissan.com.
Need a good mover for less? Can be done. At Gaines Moving and Delivery, we can move a dorm room or a whole house or office. Free estimates included within 120 miles of Columbia. A first-class move on a budget? Can be done. With Gaines Moving and Delivery.
Welcome back to KOMU 8 News at 10. Here's a look at your forecast for tomorrow. We'll start the day near 60 degrees. A few showers and thunderstorms possible for the morning. We'll warm into the 70s by the afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies. 78 our high temperature. Then a cold front moves through and we're cooler on Tuesday, back into the middle 60s. A few showers possible there as well, but mainly cloudy skies.
Hopefully that rain will give some people some relief from the pollen.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Matt. The Florida Keys celebrated Easter with a different kind of egg hunt. A diver dressed as the Easter Bunny. An underwater Easter Bunny hid brightly colored eggs early this morning. Snorkelers of all ages tried to find the eggs on the sandy bottom. The bunny stayed at the bottom to watch and hand out eggs to younger swimmers. The divers who found 2 golden eggs won baskets of goodies.
Sounds like a good time to me.
I learn something new every day at work.